to institute lifelong learning in close cooperation with ABIX, which is an extension of the networking that we started in Yanbu, the industrial city hosted by Yanbu City. Today, of course, this meeting is an extension of the sixth international conference on lifelong learning that will be hosted by Jubail, the industrial city, almost by the end of this year in December. So this is a kind of coordination-based conference or meeting that is to be promoting networking, which is based on knowledge about what is it meant by the international conference yet to be hosted and organized, of course, under the auspices of the Qasr Holy Mosque, King Salman, and also by the organization of Jubail Industrial City. This meeting comes into play as an extension of the Arab Cooperation Coordination in terms of the learning cities. This is a good occasion, of course, for literacy and adult education. So we do have different topics coming into play as well, different activities. We are really excited to attract you, of course, which is excellent par excellence, which is all related, of course, to everyone, which is, of course, known that the core of activities, progress, development, regardless of what it is, whether relating to education, curricula, or climate change, which goes beyond the challenges, which can never be achieved unless otherwise we have close cooperation. Of course, without further ado, we have an introductory session. This will, of course, host different speakers, and then later, of course, we will have the sixth international conference on learning cities that will be talking about the conference and the nature of the conference, of course, and we'll be looking into this session to be yet moderated by Mrs. Samah Shalabi, and the next one will be moderated by Mahra Al-Mutawi, and then later we have a special session by the heads of the cities, governorates, and the heads of municipalities, because we have different names, titles that are different. We have CEOs, we have heads and chairmen of municipalities, we have different titles, different deans, so names are differently used across the different countries. We hope to have like standardized titles then. Then the groups will be broken out into 5 working sessions that are harmonious, that will be, of course, talking each about different, a whole host of topics, issues. We'll be talking about this, of course, later when we come into the third session. Then later, of course, the group or the groups will showcase the results of their discussion based on the final session. After that, the Institute and ABIX will develop a final paper that will be sent to you later, of course, after final adoption by the decision makers. Without further ado, again, welcome all to this session or this meeting. I think it is now a high time. Now we have 83 participants, so we will start by Mrs. Samah Shalabi. She is more related to education policy and lifelong education. She is one of the great think tank members. Of course, the Institute, of course, heavily depends on her expertise. She has different contributions relating to this. Mrs. Samah, the floor is yours, Your Excellency, please. Thank you ever so much as well, Your Excellency, Dr. Abdul Salam. Allow me to welcome again all the participants. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited as well. I'm honored to be on board with you for this interesting and important meeting. As Your Excellency has well said and truly said, this is an introductory meeting for the Arab region, given the 6th International Conference on Learning Cities, yet to be hosted and held in Dubai, the industrial city in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Without further ado, so that we go align with the agenda of the meeting, we'll get started the first opening session. Through the opening session, of course, all the speakers will also have a look into how important this international meeting is or conference is and how seminal this meeting is. First and foremost, I'll give the floor directly to His Excellency Director General Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Asimi. He is the Director General of ABIX, across the GCC countries. Please, the floor is yours, Your Excellency. Thank you very much as well. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most beneficent, peace, blessing be upon Prophet Muhammad. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished audience, members of the Global Networking for Learning executive CEOs in Yamba and Jubail, ladies and gentlemen, directors and managers of the regional offices of UNESCO, director of the Lifelong Learning Institutes, regional, local, and international organization, peace be upon you all. First and foremost, I'm excited and honored to welcome you, Your Excellencies, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen, to this preparatory meeting held and hosted in close cooperation by the Lifelong Learning UNESCO Institute and ABIGS across the GCC countries, which is a kind of preparedness and readiness for the sixth conference yet to be hosted in Jubail, the industrial cities that is widely known for the industry and the growth development, and a member of the International Network for Lifelong Learning cities in December this year, 2024, in order to enhance the relationship and expertise relating to lifelong learning education. Honored as well and excited to express my appreciation and gratitude to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, and the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman. May Allah safeguard them and protect them for the great support and continued support provided to ABIGS by the host country, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished audience, it is good for me that this kind of meeting goes in line with the international celebration of Literacy Day. Of course, cities are among the most important components when it comes to the digital literacy and the graphic literacy, and education per se is one of the most important effective tool and component, of course, when it comes to climate change, because it does contribute to climate change, and the factors contributory enables members, of course, to make well-informed decisions. Equally important, it also helps to build capacities among members and also develop innovative solutions when it comes to the climate change challenges through providing vocational and training opportunities and the renewable energy, and also the waste management when it comes to recycling and other activities, and also sustainable agriculture, encouraging activities relating to the environmental friendly activities. It is expected that this kind of interest will be growing more and more over the upcoming years, while the world is witnessing how important it is to be prepared for the challenges of the climate change. It is expected as well that the learning education of programs, of course, are to be integrated more and more into the educational curricula, while providing training for teachers based on innovative methodologies. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished audience, the sixth conference on lifelong learning education, themed as that the learning cities are at the head of the climate change. It is a title that represents a harmonization for education to face the challenges relating to climate change, to enhance the awareness relating to, of course, climate change, with a green environment that is suitable for habitation. Again, we face different increasing growing climate change challenges and the increasing consequences. This, of course, requires great and concerted efforts among the member countries, as of the governments, companies, communities, whether locally, regionally, and globally. With this in mind, of course, becomes more important how the role, of course, of the learning cities as a model to follow for the future cities that would like to make more and more, of course, communities that are friendly to environment and education. Ladies and gentlemen, learning cities also face, which of course always seek to build better and sustainable communities that are able to adapt great challenges relating to the increasing growing climate changes. These challenges, of course, go beyond obstacles, which constitute, of course, real challenges actually, including but not limited to financing challenges, transformative project relating to greening infrastructure and other activities. This can be achieved by enhancing cooperation and coordination across different entities, enhancing awareness when it comes to the climate change, and developing holistic plans and also benefit from the state-of-the-art technologies in addition to providing sustainable financing. Again, we can say that learning cities do represent, of course, a great opportunity to enhance radical change for a better sustainable future. Learning cities are considered laboratories, natural laboratories, of course, for better environment that are innovative to face the climate and environmental changes and challenges. Of this will not be realized unless otherwise we showcase better coordination among the entities. With this in mind, learning cities can contribute efficiently and effectively to building better future, more prosperous and more ambitious. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished audience, ABIX puts all efforts, technical and expertise efforts in order to have better service for the learning cities in order to support initiatives, regional initiatives and programs in order to achieve these targets and goals. To conclude, I would like to express my appreciation and gratitude for you again and again, and also for the great organizers for this meeting, headed by His Excellency Dr. Absalam Al-Jofi, and all the people working, our partners. Big thanks going to you all. Thank you very much. Your attention is highly appreciated. Thank you ever so much, Your Excellency, for this introductory keynote speech. With this in mind, we are very happy and excited for this kind of sustainable partnership with ABIX, of course, and I cannot agree anymore. Thank you ever so much for Dr. Absalam Al-Jofi for the great efforts. Without further ado, would like to move on to the next speech, yet to be delivered by Professor Valdez, and he is the key coordinator for all the UNESCO programs for lifelong learning, and also from the special program for the learning cities. Please, the floor is yours. Please, the floor is yours, Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sama. Excellencies, distinguished mayors, esteemed colleagues and participants, good morning, good afternoon to all of you. It's really an honor to address you today on behalf of the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning and the UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities. I'm truly excited to be part of this important regional preparatory meeting as we come together to reflect, exchange, and strategize on how the Arab learning cities can foster education for sustainable development and climate action. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the Arab Bureau of Education for the Gulf States, ABEX, for their invaluable efforts in co-organizing this meeting. I would like also to extend my appreciation to the UNESCO Doha office and other UNESCO offices, as well as the representatives of the National Commissions for UNESCO, for their continued support and dedication in promoting the concept and practice of learning cities in the Arab region. Special thanks goes to our regional partners, RCQE, RCEP, and ISESCO for their participation and contributions today. This gathering is particularly timely as we prepare for the 6th International Conference on Learning Cities under the theme Learning Cities at the Forefront of Climate Action. The conference will take place in the learning city of Jubail Industrial City, Saudi Arabia, and particularly important to say the dates, from 3rd to 5th of December. I would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the President of the Royal Commission for Jubail and Jammu, the CEO of Jubail Industrial City, and their team for hosting this important event. The conference will provide a valuable platform for learning cities worldwide to engage in meaningful dialogue and reaffirm their commitment to lifelong learning as a powerful tool to address the pressing environmental and societal challenges we are facing today. In recent years, we have been seeing a remarkable increase in the number of cities from the Arab region joining the global network of learning cities. Today, we are proud to have 40 learning cities from 11 Arab countries. The role of cities in promoting sustainable development and climate education is more crucial than ever. Cities serve as hubs of innovation, culture, and learning, and they are key to advancing education for sustainable development. By equipping our citizens, particularly the youth, with the knowledge, skills, and values to address climate change, we are laying the foundation for a resilient, inclusive, and sustainable future in line with SDG 11. We are all aware that the challenges posed by urbanization and climate change are having a profound impact on the Arab region, where rising temperatures, water scarcity, and environmental degradation are affecting many Arab cities and communities. Most Arab countries contribute minimally to global climate change, yet they are among the hardest hit by its impacts. Despite these challenges, the Arab cities have a great potential to lead climate action through education and lifelong learning opportunities. Many Arab cities have already made significant strides in integrating climate education into their policies and practices. And this is crucial as we face the growing threat of food security concerns and the degradation of ecosystems and water resources. This preparatory meeting offers a valuable opportunity to reflect on the advancements made, to share best practices and innovative ideas, and to explore new ways to promote education for sustainable development and climate action across the region. Additionally, it will provide a collaborative space to discuss and identify actionable recommendations for the future. As we look ahead to the International Conference on Learning Cities in Saudi Arabia, let us remember that lifelong learning is our greatest ally to face the climate change. Through skills development and knowledge, we can inspire individuals and communities to take meaningful action, to adopt sustainable practices, and to build resilient cities for future generations. I look forward to the rich discussions we'll have today and the valuable insights you will share, which will be the key fit for the discussions in the International Conference in December. Let us continue working together to ensure that learning cities can play a key role in driving climate action through education for sustainable development. See you all soon in the 16th International Conference on Learning Cities in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much to all.
Thank you so much Mr. راؤول. شكرا جزيلا سيد راؤول على هذه المداخلة القيمة وعلى أيضا
Thank you ever so much for this great effort.
على
Thank you so much for the great effort that you and the great speech. It is very important also to focus always on learning cities. Moving ahead, I'd like to move on to the next speaker, His Excellency, our colleagues in UNESCO, Dr. Salah Khalid. He is the UNESCO Director in Doha for the GCC countries and Yemen as well. Please, the floor is yours. Thank you as well. Peace be upon you all. Your Excellency, Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Asimi, the Director General of ABIGS. Your Excellency, Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Mudaris, the Director General of the UNESCO Regional Center for Excellence and Education. Your Excellency, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen, peace be upon you all. Peace be upon you all, and I'm honored also today to talk to you all for this great, important conference as a preparation for the 6th International Conference yet to be held in Jubail in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and how important this conference is, and how the great efforts the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is putting this for learning lifelong cities. at the national and the international level as well. The conference, International Conference for Learning Cities in Jubail, represent great importance, particularly the GCC countries, which ensures the countries' interest across the region. Equally important, it is very important to indicate that the number of the learning cities are increasing, growing recently, which, of course, now the region has 18 learning cities now are part of the learning cities. And now considered a good example, of course, and which is the key objective of the learning cities to provide lifelong opportunities for everyone. Equally important, more than half of the world population live in urban cities, which means that cities play a great role in providing learning cities and also provide better opportunities for learning and also be able to face the challenges such as, of course, the climate change consequences, to have better communities, more equitable, more just and fair communities for us. Again, the Arab region is not off this track, of course. More than half of the population across the Arab countries live in this, of course, more than 70%, of course, will live in the urban cities across the world by 2050, based on the, of course, UN program. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished audience, we have recently, of course, finished the national deliberations and discussions about our commitments based on the summit, of course, with all the Qatari National Committee, UNESCO and UNICEF, and of course, we have focused on the roles of the learning cities, which aim to enhance the climate change action, We at the UNESCO, of course, are looking forward to have the upcoming conference yet to be held in Jubail, of course, will be such a great favorable opportunity across the Arab region as well. Equally important that today's meeting will focus on the most important priorities that are related, of course, to the climate change solutions, and also learning education for more sustainable education, and the conference of the learning cities to be held under the theme of the learning cities at the forefront of the climate change action. Equally important on this occasion, I would like to ensure and emphasize on the importance of cooperation and coordination and the partnership. We at the UNESCO, of course, at the GCC countries and Yemen are quite readily able to coordinate with the UNESCO Center for Lifelong Learning. Equally important, I would like to express my appreciation and gratitude for you all again and again. Headed by His Excellency Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Asmi and Dr. Absalam Al-Jawfi, and of course, the great efforts and organization. We are looking forward, of course, to have more and more discussion and deliberations to come up with our targets and goals lifelong, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your attention is highly appreciated. Thank you as well, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, Mr. Salah Khalid, Dr. Salah Khalid, sorry, the head of the UNESCO office in Doha for the GCC countries and Yemen. Big thanks go to you. We are at the end of the day colleagues. And we need, of course, to focus on your own efforts for the lifelong learning. And this, of course, will come into tangible, of course, results into increase the learning cities across the Arab region. Big thanks go to you as well. And we will have more and more coordination. Thank you so much. And now, moving ahead to our final speaker, the opening session, of course, and Dr. Abdurrahman Ibrahim Al-Mudaris. He is the Director General of the UNESCO RCQ Regional Center for Excellence and Education. Thank you so much, Mrs. Samah. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most beneficent, peace, blessing be upon Prophet Muhammad, household and company. Your Excellency, Director General Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Asimi, Director General of ABICS, Your Excellencies, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good morning and good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to express my appreciation and gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Asimi for the great invitation to the UNESCO RCQ to participate in this preparatory meeting for the learning cities across the Arab region as a preparation for the 6th conference on learning cities, yet to be held in December 2024 in Jubail in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Big thanks as well go to the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning Institute for the great efforts regionally, locally, and internationally, and the great contributions as an efficient factor contributing to lifelong learning. Equally important, I would like to draw your attention to the importance of this meeting, that the 6th conference yet to be held in Jubail is considered a great step that is tangible when it comes to the sustainable development across the Arab region, and also with different cities coming into play to be part of, to be members of the learning cities network, the global network, which is considered a great index, high quality index, of course, when it comes to the contribution of the human capital and the development regionally, locally, and internationally. First and foremost, before I go ahead, I would like to focus a little more on the SDG number 4, which is considered the core of the SDGs. What does it say exactly? What does it state? The SDG 4, ensuring good learning that is equitable, that is holistic and comprehensive for all. This is one part by the Ministry of Education across the Arab or the Ministry of Education, and also lifelong learning. So now we are ahead of two things. We are speaking about SDGs 4. One that is learning, and the other one is education. That is why learning cities are very important to complete our journey when it comes to sustainable quality, because quality of education and learning as well represents today and future. Learning and education that is of high quality, of course, contributes to having better quality, better outcomes, also helping to have better results for human beings and for environment, for more sustainable environment. Equally important, of course, it helps learners to better understand the skill set, the competencies that are friendly to environment in such a way to help build better earth, better planet, and also have better innovative solutions when it comes to the climate change. Protecting the environmental safety, of course, is very important for SDGs, because we can not imagine good, safe, secure, healthy environment for learning education with any kind of problems relating to environment or the climate change. With this in mind, of course, it is one of the most important priorities. It is very important as well, ladies and gentlemen, to have solutions to such kind of questions. How is it possible for learning cities to invest in the quality of education as a value, as a proactive value and power that is transformative in order to face the challenges, global challenges, when it comes to the climate change, for better, secure, safe, and sustainable environment? Again, what are the policies, strategies that are more efficient for learning cities that enhance, of course, commitment to sustainable commitment to environment? Again, one more point. What are the practices and best practices when it comes to learning cities that, of course, make quality of education, help to contribute to innovation, creativity when it comes to the role of community and citizenship that are responsible to enhance awareness relating to climate change? One more thing, how is it possible for learning cities to benefit from the AI, which is a enabling power, of course, to provide better sustainable solutions for the climate change challenges? Ladies and gentlemen, enhancing such a great education that is based on awareness to face the challenges faced by the world and the other environment-related risks and challenges, of course, are considered our own top priorities when it comes to learning cities to better contribute to protecting our green or greener earth. With this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important for learning cities to focus more and more to ensuring the quality of educational learning as well, and the excellence of education. With this in mind, we can say that ensuring the quality of educational learning in learning cities are considered, or is considered, a very important importance against any kind of challenges in order to have better future, because we are always at the head of, we are always in the front of a future that is always sustainable, that is always changeable. It is very important for learning cities to be able to be more resilient, more efficient in order to enhance the quality and excellence of education, in order to contribute more and more when it comes to, again, it is very important that the practice of educational learning are to be enhanced, because the quality of education and learning provides more and more opportunities long term, may not be invested, for example, when it comes to facing the challenges. These opportunities are readily made available and favorable, of course, through different competencies, skill set, in order to manage the risk relating to the climate change. That is why we always ensure it is very important to invest more and more, and to have better and better, of course, a better focus. And learning cities as well are a key driver for more sustainability. In order to enhance and build such competencies when it comes to the quality and excellence of education, the UNESCO Regional Center for Excellence Education, of course, through the strategy all the way up to 2028, works across different strategies or programs and initiatives in order to, of course, respond to the climate change, while contributing as well to the initiatives programs, particularly with a special attention to the Arab region and the challenges faced by enhancing the quality of education, and also moving ahead for greener learning education and enhance the resiliency. Well, in fact, we do thank the UNESCO Lifelong Learning Institute, of course, for the great efforts they put. One of the most important things is to have more learning and better sustainable environment and development, of course, through the global networking, through the members of the learning cities, based on the Agenda 2023, which is known as green educational learning, which is a good indicator for, and also the impact of AI on educational learning. Of course, this will be presented in the report, and that we say that AI is not a replacement of human beings. It is enabler, of course, to enhance more and more when it comes to the sustainable and inequality targets. Of course, we are working through different program initiatives that focus more and more to make education greener and more sustainable. Of course, such as also the entrepreneurship program, which is a good model for the Arab countries for excellence and quality education, and also the assessment of education and programs across the Arab countries. We do ensure again and again that if we would like to have quality of educational learning, it is very important for us to focus on the early childhood programs and the International Education Assessment Report and our platform assessment when it comes to quality of education, and also the series of the programs that enable, which is a special series that help us to have better decision education and other. Again and again, thank you so much for the great efforts made by the Institute, the UNESCO Institute Lifelong Learning, locally, regionally, and internationally, for better integration for the quality of education, excellence for education. With this in mind, the center always renewing its invitation, of course, to have better concerted efforts to face the climate change. Happy and excited today, the UNESCO Regional Center and the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning, of course, coming into play. Big thanks go to the UNESCO office in Beirut and Doha as well, and other centers, because all coming into play, ensuring integrity, complementarity. At the end, I would like to express my appreciation and gratitude to the custodian of the Holy Mosque, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed. May Allah safeguard them and protect them for their great, informed, rich directions when it comes to learning, education. Big thanks also go to the His Excellency Minister of Education, Mr. Yusuf Al Bnayan, for the continued support to achieve the vision of the center. Big thanks also go to the learning cities across the Arab countries for the great efforts they always put into action to enhance the culture of equality, making it a culture of behavior, a culture of everyday culture. Again and again, thank you ever so much for the ABEX, for the great efforts. The UNESCO Lifelong Learning Institute for great meeting, which is preparatory for the upcoming conference yet to be held in Dubai. We hope always to see you over and again for better and greener and more sustainable future. Thank you very much. Your attention is highly appreciated. Thank you as well, Dr. Abdurrahman. Thank you so much. And now, by this, of course, we have come to the end of this opening session. I would like to express my appreciation and gratitude to all the speakers who have come and participated in this, because this is the cornerstone, the bedrock of our meeting today. With this mind, I'll be moving on to the next session to save time. I would like also to express my appreciation and gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Abdurrahman Al Mudairis. Based on this, of course, we always enhance this partnership and for better quality and excellence of education.
Mrs. Mohra, and she is the director of the Regional Center of Educational Planning in UAE. Mrs. Mohra, please go ahead. Peace be upon you all. It gives me a pleasure to be here in this session and in this preparatory session for the learning cities. And I'd like to thank the Regional Center of Equality and Excellence for their invitation and participating in this meeting, which is a very important step to prepare for a great conference. And this preparatory meeting and all the discussions and the subject that we are going to discuss that we reviewed during the agenda of this meeting, I think during this we will forecast the conference and will participate. It's going to be advantage and how to invest in these cities in order to develop the continuous learning. In this session we are discussing now, we have 2 points of views. We're going to hear Mr. Khalid Al-Fayyad and Mrs. Samah, and it's going to be about the conference. What's the conference? How to organize this conference? What are the objectives of this conference? This conference will convene under the auspices of the Custody of Two Holy Mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the King of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, during the 3rd and the 5th of September. And this conference will be an active platform. We're going to discuss together to work in order to facilitate a response of the climate crisis and the cities, learning cities, especially. We are again going to have a COP29 before this conference and all outcomes of COP28 that was in UAE. These outcomes, how to use it, especially there was an announcement of the COP20, and it was the announcement of the UAE. It has a part regarding education, how to invest in education to address the challenges of climate and climate change. This platform of this conference, it's going to be appropriate platform to discuss how to leverage from learning cities. And we hope that using this conference, we will discuss about achieving the 4th objective and the goal of SDG, especially that education has an important role in achieving these goals. And we have different goals that will be achieved through this conference. And now we will listen to different overviews during the session. We will listen to Dr. Fadi Al-Fayyad. Dr. Fadi he was in the and he moderated many sessions. He has many researches and studies. Dr. Fadi, excuse us and please go ahead. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad. Thank you, Mrs. Muhrab, for your introduction. At the outset, I'd like to thank His Excellency Abdurrahman Al-Asimi, the Director General of the Educational Bureau. And I'd like to welcome all of the attendees. I'm honored to be here among you today in this preparatory meeting for the sixth conference. And I'm pleased today that we are in Al Jubail Royal Industrial City. We want to inform you about the latest updates, which the Custodian of Two Holy Mosque is under the leadership of the Custodian of Two Holy Mosques, which are concerned with the climate issues and the sustainability as well. The industrial city of Al Jubail, as you said, in the first week of December, we are looking forward to showcase this international event and to achieve outcomes that will enhance our role in facing the climate challenges and to have initiatives that will reflect on the participants and the international community. If you allow me, I will give you a proposal, and with your cooperation, we will have an extraordinary the extraordinary conference. And I will share the presentation with my colleagues, Mr. Abdurrahman. We always say that until we have our presentation, it's going to be from the 3rd to the 5th December. The award ceremony will be in the 2nd of December. Mr. Abdurrahman, if you face a technical issue. Yes, I'm having a technical issue right now. You have a problem with the share screen? Is it clear now? Yes. Go ahead, please. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most compassionate, Your Excellencies, and peace be upon you. This a simple presentation to introduce the 6th Conference of Learning Cities, which will be held in Jubail Industrial City. As Dr. Fadi mentioned, it's gonna be, we have the workshops, and before these, we the 2nd of December we'll have the opening ceremony. And for all of you to attend this event. It's no secret that we have many objectives of this conference, most notably as exchanging expertise between participants and contributing in the climate action and international cooperation. And one of the important things gonna be it's gonna be with the opening ceremony is going to be the awards for the best learning cities. Usually, it's going to be in each conference, just like the other previous conferences. It's no secret, it's the first hosting in the Arab world and the Middle East. It is in line with the Saudi Green Initiative and the Green Middle East Initiative under the leadership of the Crown Prince, and we are looking forward 500 local and foreign participants under the umbrella of the Life Learning Institute. This number is from inside local and foreign participants as well. In addition to that, the heads of municipalities and their highnesses and excellencies and those who are concerned with the learning and education will be targeted of this conference. And of course, we're going to have an opening conference or opening ceremony on Monday. And during this ceremony, we will have announcement and honoring the winning, and we were going to have like workshops and bilateral meetings, and we're going to sign and this memorandums of understanding. And in addition to that, we're going to have accompanying expo, and it's going to be on Thursday for the outside visits that we're going to put it in the agenda, and it's going to be in the website. And we promise that this conference will be without paper. It's going to be innovative. It's going to be using electronic devices. Everyone can watch all of the events by using the website. A general overview of the previous conferences. The first one was the fourth was in Ireland, and the fifth one was in Korea. And we are among the cities that received the award for the learning cities. I welcome all of you in the Jubail Industrial City during the period from the 3rd to 5th of December.
Dr. Fadi, do you have any additional information? Thank you, Dr. Abdulrahman. Thank you, Ms. Mohra. Finally, I recall you all to attend the conference in order to achieve our ambitions. Thank you, Dr. Fadi. Thank you for your work that reflect the Saudi organization for this conference, and we are sure that the kingdom is able to organize this event in a wonderful way, and it will be challenging for other countries that will organize this event later. Now we will be with Ms. Samah Shalabi, a specialist in the Lifelong Institute of UNESCO. Samah is the joker and for continuous learning. When we mention continuous learning, we always remember Ms. Samah. She is the representative of this project on the level of Arab countries. We thank her for her exerted efforts. Ms. Samah will give us overview regarding the project, its aims. Please, we give you the floor. Thank you so much, Ms. Mohra, for this introduction. Allow me at the beginning to commend all efforts of the teams in Al Jubail under the leadership of Dr. Fadi, and for all workers, whether Dr. Abdurrahman, Mr. Farhan, and everyone contribute to this. And for sure, Mr. Talal Al-Asmari, I don't want to forget any names. We are in communication with them, and their efforts are valuable under the leadership of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and all partners in the kingdom. We are happy that this event will be held in the Arab countries. This is important meeting, regional meeting, and it's distinguished meeting. And as Mr. Abdurrahman mentioned, in this meeting, many participants will be there, whether heads, presidents. Also in this meeting, there will be different, it will be different. There will be discussion between the local level and national level. The discussion will not just be at national level. The communication mechanism will be linked to with the general policies and the international framework. So it will be opportunity for this communication. Now in the global network, we have more than 350 countries around the world. All of them will attend, as Mr. Fadi and I mentioned. There will be different activities combined with the events. It will also include different topics. We will provide for you the national agenda, the link, and the memorandum of understanding in order to review them. Let me mention that this conference, like other international conference, there will be outcome document. This outcome will be international framework for all countries, and to depend on it, whether Asian, African, Arab countries around the world, in order to improve lifelong learning and its practices, aiming to adapt with the climate change and support individuals with the necessary skills. Therefore, this outcome document will play a main role to orient all countries for the upcoming years after the conference that will be held in Al Jubail in Saudi Arabia. This will be one of the most important outcome. This preparatory meeting and all its discussions will give overview and will transfer the image of priorities, challenges in the Arab countries. So it will be reflected in this outcome document in the conference. I would also mention and briefly that the aims of the conference, as Mr. Abdurrahman mentioned, I would like to share with you the pillars of the conference. The conference will depend on different pillars. The main pillar will be climate change, or precisely education for climate change. So there will be different main elements that the society and all discussions will address these main topics in the conference. First, we will discuss how to develop strategies between stakeholders in working in lifelong education, and how to support they support educational institutions, how to diversify educational environment, how to access to different categories, and how to enable women and children. Also, we will highlight the roles of learners and the partners like local community, and the role of the society in learning and education. The last pillar will enhancing knowledge and necessary skills to build green cities able to adapt with the climate change. These are the main topics that are the base of the conference. In addition, what I have mentioned, there will be a strategy for global countries. This strategy, in addition to the outcome, will be with us for the next 3 years. This is a briefly overview regarding the conference. The information will be available on the website, and we will share the documents with you. Finally, I would like to thank you so much for UNESCO and for Industrial City of Al Jubail. And this is not the first collaboration with you, but it's the first international collaboration in order to appreciate the efforts of Jubail and all partners in the kingdom. Thank you so much. Sorry for the technical issue. Thank you so much, Ms. Samah, for this presentation that clarify in general the pillars of the conference. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Fadi. Now we will have the second session regarding the discussions of heads of cities. Now we give the floor to Mr. Abdurrahman. Thank you so much, Ms. Mohra, for your effort. Also, thank you so much for all colleagues in the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning, and for the Arab Bureau of Education for Gulf countries, and for UNESCO office in Doha, Beirut, and all UNESCO's offices, and for the Center for Excellence and Equality, Al Jubail City, for preparing for this event that we all seek to succeed in it. It is the first Arab city that hosts this event with a large number of attendees. Our goal is to enhance the important topic, which is a communication between Arab learning cities. Now we will discuss the second session that you talked about it, Ms. Mohra, which is the discussions between heads of learning cities, especially regarding climate action. I would please like to confirm the attendance of the head of cities. I can't really read the names. Maybe I will mispronounce them. Governor Demyat, are you here with us, please? Are you here with us, please? Good afternoon. I'm the Vice Governor of Demyat. Just I would like to confirm their attendance. Governor of Eastern City. I just would like to confirm their attendance. just confirmation for attendance. Governor of Sur. Yes, I'm here. Welcome, Mr. Muhammad. Governor of Ramtha and Jordan. Can you please can you please close the microphone? Governor of Ramtha, can you hear us? He doesn't attend. Governor of Jarir from Morocco. Are you here with us? Yes, I'm here. Governor of Al-Jiza. Vice Governor of Al-Jiza. Yes, we are here from Al-Jiza. The Vice Governor is she here? No, she is busy. I'm on behalf of attending on behalf of her. Vice Governor of Eastern City, Governor of Zifta, Governor of Al-Gharbiyya. We are here. We are attending the session. Do we have other Vice Governor that I didn't mention? Yes, the Vice Governor of Eastern, he's with us. Are there other Vice Governors? Can you please open your mic? I'm the Vice Governor of Marrakesh, Miss Khadija. I'm Dr. Hiba, Governor of Al Fayoum. Yes, from Egypt. What is your position, please? I'm the member of Technical Office from Oman, Qatar. I'm Khadija from Sur in Morocco. What is your position? Thank you so much. At the beginning, I'm from Oman, Anisa Raisi. What is your position, please? I'm representative in the committee. So you are not the governor or the vice governor. Okay, thank you so much. We welcome our colleagues from Alexo, ISISCO, and all colleagues from Arab regional organizations. We will start with the interventions from their from Highnesses and Excellencies, the Governor and the Vice Governors. Your Excellency Governor, you can start.
And I would like to thank you for this coordination meeting. I affirm that in the Eastern province in Egypt, that we are cooperating with this initiative and working in reality regarding this initiative, whether in learning or in disabled or dealing with the children, and also education and protecting environment. And we had protocols of in order to contain the problems, the environmental problems in the province, to reduce carbon in the green projects. We held a conference regarding these issues, and regarding the same thing, we have promising in our projects, green and smart projects. We're overcoming the black cloud, and we're working together, and we have reached a advanced stage, and from different schools that participate with the UNESCO. We have 46 schools in the Eastern Province. And we held many workshops to educate them that we're going to be ready. We thank all of you, and we're going to continue our cooperation with you. Thank you so much, and meet you in Dubai, inshallah. Vice President of Riyadh, peace be upon you. And Dimyat, I'm the Vice President of Dimyat Province. Thank you for this workshop regarding Dimyat. We are working on these challenges, climate challenges, and the Azbat al-Bar and Dimyat, and New Dimyat, in order to face these challenges. It's inaudible. Mrs. Amira, can you please turn off the mic? This is one of the challenges and the measures taken by Dimyat to face a challenge, climate challenges with 250 million, and we have many projects and enabling women, economic enabling, and improving education and development of the coastline and the province, the meeting of Nil. And we have many initiatives that were targeting school students, and with the directives of Ayman Makhtar, giving workshops for students regarding climate change. We have also many competitions of the green cities. We have many initiatives and many projects that won and to develop environment. And we have recycling wastes in Egypt as well. In addition to that, the environmental management held workshops during the year. And thank you so much. I want you please to be brief because we have a long session. Moving to Jarir, Mrs. Bahia, please go ahead. Ibn Jarir, municipality, please. Mrs. Bahia. Maybe she's not present. Moving on to, we're going to move to Qatar. Welcome. Peace be upon you all. I welcome all of you, my brothers and sisters, and I thank you for inviting me for this conference. And I ask God success regarding the projects of the municipality of Da'ain, because I'm the representative or the spokesman. We have many projects targeting children and disabled people and targeting elderly as well. We have some of the plans within the Da'ain municipality. We want to involve elderly and taking their opinions and appreciating their role as active members in the community. We have also projects regarding the disabled people. We have a sustainable projects indeed that started before the World Cup, and we are continuing with these projects. And this is the most important things we have. Thank you so much. From Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco. Is there anyone from the Kingdom of Morocco? Marrakesh. Please go ahead, Marrakesh. Marrakesh, go ahead, please. Peace be upon you all. It gives me pleasure to participate in this meeting, a preparatory meeting for the 6th conference of learning cities that will be held in Jubail in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I'm honored, we honored as a team to represent Marrakesh as well. This conference, as all of you mentioned, the objectives seeking to discuss the importance of role of learning cities in maintaining the climate. And we want a strategy and plan to work on the climate action. And regarding us, Marrakesh has a work plan as a learning city. And this action plan is in order to maintain environment and climate and ways to face challenges, the challenges of climate change. Marrakesh also, we have many programs in this framework and liquid and managing waste. And this, we need partnership with public institutions and civil society and with the research institutions and private sector institutions, and to also share expertise with them and also benefit from each other. The climate action is a continuous action regarding financing and human resources and technical means. These partnerships having objectives, and we are holding many partnerships with these active in order to improve the level of services. Thank you so much. From Amman, Jordan. Bahia, I had a technical problem. Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this preparatory meeting regarding us in Ibn Jarir city as a learning city. Ibn Jarir has it's a green and the ecological cities of the Muhammad VI. The green city, Muhammad VI made it a good strategy to face climate challenges and to put directives and the learning or educational programs to raise awareness among children and students with the importance of maintaining climate and face all of the negative problems. And we have many steps that Ibn Jarir have taken, like purifying water and having partnership in order to salinate the water, seawater. And we have the biggest university, which is the University of Muhammad VI. It has many strategies, and one of its objectives is to maintain climate change and facing climate challenges. Thank you so much. Do we have someone from Oman? Peace be upon you all. Hilal Al-Habsi from Wadi Sur. I'd like to thank the brothers and the ABEX and the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning and brothers and sisters in the Arab learning cities for attending this meeting for the 6th conference that will be held in Jubail. Oman's efforts regarding the reducing climate change is updating the list of the managing the climate change and having a database of the contributions, nationally determined contributions, and it's gonna be the capital for the Arab tourism. Sur is a healthy city under the World Health Organization. Sur is a learning city as well. In fact, we have a trend to hold a workshop on the 30th of September regarding the climate change. We have different papers that will be given in this workshop. We're talking about clean energy and green projects, in addition to the expand of green and green spaces and reserves as well. The objective is to raise the awareness and among the community of the green environment for living and coexistence in a sustainable community. And I'd like also to talk about some projects that was executed in Sur, which is related to the effects of the climate. We have the public park of Sur. In addition, we opened the biggest solar system and solar energy as well. We have the Green Belt initiative, in addition to green schools and developing the coast. And we have today, with the help of the governor, we chose a land to establish a heritage village in Sur. Thank you so much and wish you all the success.
Can please Fast City participate? Thank you so much. Yes, you can start. Just for 2 minutes, please. We are happy to be with you today. Thank you for your invitation. Fast City has a place for garbage, also with different projects in Green City. Also, we have partnership with the United Nations for Safe City, Smart City, Resilient City. Also, Morocco has institution for lifelong learning under the leadership of the Minister of Education. Also, SAF has a project for LED energy. Also, we have different projects for lifelong learning, whether in primary education, educating women, and now we will start with the second session for half an hour. They are just group works. Each group can choose one to write the outcomes, then they can review them in the main session. We have 3 main points. First point, different pillars. The first priority areas for developing lifelong learning and learning cities. Please choose three priorities. What are the main challenges faced by learning cities? Also, you can write a main recommendation for enhancing culture and climate field and addressing these challenges. These 3 points should be answered. Each group should choose one to write down the result outcomes. Colleagues from ALSCO and UNESCO and from ALSCO A, if they can change their groups, they can do whatever they want, but all other groups should stick to their groups. It's a group work. If there anyone that has no group, he can join a group. Please, Mr. Salah, start the groups. Are everyone here, please? Salah, can you check, please? Giza, we are here. Yes, we are here. Mr. Salah? Now, take the floor for you, please. Welcome back for the main session. I hope you enjoy that discussion. The main of this session is that every group will briefly present agreed for the 3 pillars, such as priorities, recommendations, and challenges. Now, before I give you the floor for each group, I would like to confirm to send all comments regarding this pillars through email that you received from it, the invitations and agenda and the program for this conference. Also, we will be grateful if you send this information tomorrow in order to prepare the report regarding this session. As I mentioned before, this report and outcomes will play a main role in the global outcome that will be mentioned in the outcome document on learning cities. I will start regarding the groups. The first group from Egypt. Please, the representative for this group, you can start. In order to save time, each group will have just 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Welcome all. Thank you for your invitation. I thank my colleagues in the group. They enrich the group. We talked in the first pillar regarding the main topics. One of the most topics are the awareness. Awareness concept should be available and the platform. It should be electronic. It should mention all activities regarding learning. Also, the linkage between learning cities on the level of the Republic should be more active in order to exchange views. Also, to present views and indicators in order to implement these programs and to measure the progress in the learning cities. Second pillar, we will send everything through email. Second pillar, which is challenge, all agreed that challenge represents in the financing some projects and programs that we want to implement, whether in learning cities or regarding environment, primarily management for garbages, and order to create green landscapes and green river, like what we have in Egypt. This needs financing in addition to learning cities to provide a suitable environment. Third, increase the efficiency of garbage and greening recommendations. One of the most important recommended is activating the partnership and create a communication mechanism and exchange visits, not just through platforms, but in-person visits in order to to take a look of the experiences and successful experiences inside their cities. Secondly, assisting to facilitators in IA through learning platforms. Also, if we can provide electronic platforms in order to join all learning cities and in order to give the opportunity for all schools to join and give measurement for these schools. Third, providing courses, whether online or in person, and through UNESCO in order to exchange expertise and control the content in order to transfer it to our learning cities. Many things were mentioned by colleague, such as expanding digital transformation in learning cities. We want everything happens in learning cities are added electronically, whether services, communication. We want this to be all through platform. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Mahmoud, for your presentation. You have mentioned two important points, whether awareness challenge. I think it's main challenge, not just for Egyptian countries. I think also recommendations regarding capacity building and activating partnership regarding capacity building and developing policies. I think there will be initiatives resulted from the sixth conference in December. Some of these initiatives will be specialized for capacity building and other indicators. In addition to a platform, providing a platform for all to exchange expertise. Now we will be with the second group. It's from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I call the representative from this group, please. You can start.
The second group, who is the representative of this group?
Okay.
You can present priorities, challenges. Peace be upon you. How are you, Mrs. Samah? The second group, we are the second group. Okay, go ahead. Regarding the fields, the vocational training and educational, environmental education and sustainable digital education, the challenges facing is the environmental challenge and economic sustainability and climate change. Mr. Abdurrahman? We want to share the file, Mrs. Samah. Our team, thank you, Mr. Sultan. We just had technical issue. I will complete regarding the first pillar, priority pillars requires a focus on lifelong learning. We want to focus on environmental and education and sustainability, especially in health and well-being sectors. And we also see that we want to focus on the digital learning and AI skills in light of the accelerating technological development. In brief, the second pillar, we have the main challenges facing learning cities. And our point of view, we have environmental challenge, which is a big challenge that we're facing, especially we want to we want to achieve balance between urban development and industry. We want also economic sustainability to sustain and to reduce dependence on traditional industries. And the third one is the climate change, which is a challenge, a big challenge in this pillar. The recommendations, we want to reiterate the concepts of sustainability for the next generations, and to value building in everyone. And we want to support researchers in new and renewable energy, and support research projects that focus on clean energy and sustainable energy. We want to also develop a partnership between the public and the private sectors and the civil society. And we also we propose an annual award for the distinguished learning cities, and we want it to be an international level that will activate the role of learning cities, and will encourage everyone. And this is our work. Thank you so much. We want to just to make it a brief presentation. Thank you so much. And for Mr. Sultan, for your presentation. We have many common points between you and the first group, which is developing partnerships and raise awareness. And as we see, using technology, and it's also was mentioned in the first group. I'd like to thank you for highlighting the research and its role in this framework. Thank you so much. And I'd like to reaffirm that we're waiting for all of the groups to send us in writing your results or outcomes. We're going to move to the third group. Who are the speakers from the third group? Please go ahead. I welcome you again. You're from Morocco? The third group from Morocco, please go ahead. Thank you so much, Mrs. Samah. And we want to salute everyone again. Regarding Morocco, we have the outcomes regarding the pillars or the priority pillars. We all agree that we have priorities and enhancing infrastructure and maintaining and providing a mechanism to provide it, and the providing the infrastructure, for example, the recycling wastes, and regarding also the parks, public parks, and all the services, and providing mechanisms to maintain it and renew it. The second priority is regarding working on the curriculum of education and support it, and supporting the environmental education in order to achieve the objective of assessment of a curriculum. And we want to work on raise awareness from all different groups and ages of the training, vocational training. The third pillar is working in every city, every learning city, to build strategies in order to be ready for the crisis, environmental crisis. In Morocco, we've faced the experience of the earthquake, and for those who have like environmental crisis, we want to work proactively for this crisis in order to face it, and that will affect the efforts of the learning cities. This is regarding the priority. The challenges, regarding the challenges, the first one, which we are still facing it here in this Moroccan cities, is the mentality of its citizens. They still are not aware of they don't have the environmental awareness and the environmental behavior as well. The second challenge is regarding the lack of coordination in the projects, the environmental projects, especially the lack of indicators that we can, we can detect of what has been achieved in the environmental work. The third challenge is how to reduce the commitments on the level of cities. Morocco has a national strategy for environmental work, but how can we reduce it on the learning level with the framework of a clear policy and effective policy? This is one of the challenges that we're facing, and we must work on. The recommendations, these recommendations, we have many recommendations. Actually, we have 3 main recommendations. The first one, enhancing selectivity of all of the interventions. It's important for us inside cities that we're working and with the support of the networking network of the, and we want to enhance the selectivity of intervention. Also, we want to work on supporting the culture, the environmental culture. How can we have programs in order to raise the awareness and capacity building, or in the curriculum? How can we make it in order to respond for the climate action? The last recommendation is regarding, as all the colleagues mentioned, regarding the diversify the partnership in different climate action. And we want to focus on integrity and effectiveness in different programs and different projects, which will affect the national plans and the learning cities. Thank you for listening, and the floor is yours. Thank you so much for your valuable intervention. And this is from your own point of view. I think you talked about important topics. It's not only infrastructure, but how to make it sustainable and maintain it. And this, I think, is very important, and comes in line with the SDGs and the climate change. You also talked about the political level and the program level, and regarding the curricula. Also, you mentioned very important point, which is that we have maybe contradiction between the policies. Thank you so much, and thank you for your recommendations, and we're waiting for your we're waiting for the printed or written recommendations. Now we'll move to the 4th group. and they're from Qatar. Yeah, welcome again. Saeed Sheba from the fourth group. Thank you so much for my colleagues in the fourth group. We have many points. The first one is the priority fields is also improving the infrastructure, educational infrastructure. And the second one is the effective partnership between public and private sector. The third one is focusing on children. The challenges, the first one is the infrastructure and using old buildings that is not suitable. And the third point is regarding the recommendations is improving the infrastructure, educational infrastructure, and also improving the curriculum. Thank you so much. And we want to affirm that this group is representing Oman and cities from Qatar. Is that correct? Okay. Yes, from Qatar and Oman. Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation. And I think you have similarity with other groups. And this is an indicator that the challenges in the Arab world is the challenges are similar. This is a good thing because if you have a partnership on the national level or the regional level, that the solutions can be also can include everyone. The last group from Jordan.
Last group from Jordan or Palestine. Mr. Kamal, are you the speaker for this group? The fifth group isn't from Jordan or Palestine. We have Alexo, also Moroccan Committee for Sciences. Welcome all. Who is the speaker? Is it you? Yes. Welcome all. The dialogue inside this group is valuable and ideas are the same, confirming the awareness of all and their understanding for the points mentioned. The summary before I represent the 3 points. Learning cities projects. I think we heard all comments. I think this project embodies model, knowledge model that it is a new, it is a real model for different citizens inside the country and city. Based on this principle, members of groups summarized by determining 3 priority areas. We talked first about confirmation or environmental awareness or environmental culture, and depending on digital technologies in order to achieve all ambitious through expanding different areas in environmental culture. Second, we think that's very important and to enhance partnership and communication between different individuals working under learning cities, because we are a group, one group, in order to easily achieve our ambitions. Third, The third priority area is to impose a legislation related to environmental sector, integrating environmental education in curriculum. Also, in challenge, regarding challenge, we talked in line what we have mentioned. We should enhance lifelong learning and regarding environment and achieving justice in education, because environmental aspects are mostly ignored, so it affects the most the poor people. So working on this will foster social justice and equality. Second challenge is regarding how to build partnerships from different stakeholders. It's a major challenge, because if we succeed in this challenge, we will see a successful group with the same ideas, exchanging views. Third challenge is regarding finance. It is a main element in these social projects. Regarding recommendations, as you requested, recommendations are related to challenge. First recommendation is to impose legislation related to how to maintain environment and adapt to climate change, and how to maintain environmental sector. In addition to creating projects and including projects in the curriculum. Second recommendation is related to focusing on creating a problem-solving culture, innovation, solutions that we call for in order to diversify positive behaviors that maintain the environment. The third recommendation is related to create incentives for learning cities. We are planning for this project in order to enhance it by encouraging initiatives in order to encourage groups to succeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamal, for your presentation. Thank you for highlighting achieving social justice and equality. I think it's in line with CDGs, especially the fourth goal regarding education for environment. It should be inclusive for all. Thank you so much for highlighting on innovation, because education should include innovation. It shouldn't be just serious education. We should use technologies to make it innovative and cooperative. Thank you so much. And now we share the email and the conversation. Please send all these outcomes written. We will receive points from 5 groups through email. Thank you so much. I think in conclusion, we took a lot of time because of your discussions. We are so sorry. I thank all participants for their attendance, this fruitful attendance, and for all representative for cities, especially all representative from national committees and Arab organization, ALSCO, UNESCO, ALSQ, RICEP. And also I would like to thank EPIC for this cooperation. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Abdulsalam for all efforts in this meeting, not just in this meeting, but for all efforts regarding learning Arab learning cities. Thank you again for Dr. Abdurrahman and for all participants from RCQE. I would like also to thank all participants from Industrial City of Al Jubail because they will host this conference in addition to Saudi National Committee for its active role in organizing this conference. Thank you all. We will send for you all the report regarding this conference, the outcome document of this document will play a main role in formatting the outcome document for the international conference on learning cities that will be held in December. We will I give the floor now to Mr. Abdurrahman Jofi. Thank you so much, Mrs. Samah. Our goal is save planet, achieving CDGs. It was amazing in meeting with the attendance of their excellencies, governments, heads of learning cities. Happy to held the second meeting. Also excited for the conference in Al Jubail. Our partners in UNESCO, ASISCO, Center of Excellence and Quality, all UNESCO offices working in the Arab countries. All this is for service of societies. Learning cities are concerned with 6 and 7 of CDGs, starting from the 11th goal and from the 1st until the 18th goal. Our work is collaborative. Thank you so much, Samah. Thank you for all colleagues with their interventions. Thank you for your cooperation. We are all concerned on education. We are factors in enhancing learning cities. Our common efforts will help to serve climate. Also, I think it's an amazing meeting for our upcoming meeting in Al Jubail. We will be happy to participate in it. The outcome of this conference will be valuable. We will prepare a report in English and Arabic, and we will send it to you. And we hope that it will be main outcome for our cooperation in Al Jubail. Sorry for all excellencies, colleagues, if they didn't have opportunity for share us. We appreciate your efforts. It was amazing. Thank you so much.